number 55. Reportedly, Rich Paul made it clear to any other team interested in taking Bronny, don't, or invite the wrath and retribution of Clutch Sports. So, as expected, LeBron James Lakers were able to take LeBron James Jr. Father will play with oldest son next season. That's a beautiful thing. That will be unprecedented in the NBA. That will be epic in any sport. Will that ever be box office? So, Keyshawn Johnson, what was your reaction as a lifelong Laker fan when this finally actually happened?
What took so long? Why did we have to wait so long for it to happen? But I was excited, though, really, to be honest with you, Skip, because I know how you feel when you're drafted in what your family feels like. I don't care if you was the last pick of a draft or the first pick of a draft. There's just a certain sigh of relief. Everybody's is different. Some is heavy economic. Some is I made it. Some is I want an opportunity and a chance. And I think Bronny James' situation is he wants an opportunity and a chance. This will be the first time that a father and a son have taken a court or together. I mean, we can go all the way back to like 1921 when you got the Nestlers playing in football, but that doesn't, I wasn't even, I mean, you know, Skip's like,
even
no. Skip's like, no point to me. But, you know, we've seen it with Gardy and Marty and Mark Howell and Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr. Sr., obviously, and Tim Raines and Raines in Major League Baseball Jr. We've seen that, but we've never seen it in basketball.
No.
So here's an opportunity for us to see it. And we've seen fathers coach sons. We've seen those things. We've seen Doc Rivers hand his son $40 million. We've seen that. We look at Jalen Brunson and his son on the bench, his dad on the bench at the Knicks. It happens. So I'm not surprised by it. It's a perfect opportunity for Bronny to play alongside his dad. It's just, you know, it's surreal. Let's just say that. And you can see videos and little clips of things where you can see the raw emotion. And it's not like he didn't know. He knew when you start getting into the 50s. You knew, okay. Because as I said to y'all the other day, the Lakers aren't going to embarrass the James family by not taking him at 55. I'm surprised they didn't move up and take him, okay, at the end of the day. He was going to go to the Los Angeles Lakers. That's what it was going to be, Skip.
And you can certainly appreciate having had a son who played football. And now you have another son who may play basketball.
May play basketball or football, a combination of both. Who knows?
And what does that mean in your heart? What does it do when you watch them, when now you watch your younger son play basketball? What's it do to you?
It first of all, he wants it, right? He doesn't have to do it. Bronny James doesn't have to play. He can just chill. I mean, they're good. I mean, but he loves
If anyone's good, they're good.
Yeah, he loves the sport. He loves to compete.
Yeah.
Everybody has a different opinions at what level is he, but he loves to compete. He loves to do all of those things. The same thing with my sons. They don't have to do it, but they love to do it. They want to do their own deal. They don't want to follow in my footsteps to that degree. You know, they want people to be able to say, hey, I'm Vance Johnson. I did it myself. And so the hard work and dedication that it took for me to get there, and you instill that in them. Bronny James saw his dad from high school get to the NBA and become Mount Rushmore. You know how much work that takes? It's not for everybody, Paul. There's a lot of dudes that we grew up with that was really good, but they didn't put in the work because it's all about the work. If you don't put in the work in the film study and putting up thousands and thousands of shots, you ain't got a chance. You ain't got a chance. And there's so many guys, as Paul knows and you know, Skip, that have come along that could have gone on to play professional sports. They didn't want to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. They didn't want to wake up at 6 a.m. They didn't want to run the hills 3-4 times a day. He's putting in the work. He's not a finished product by no stretch of the imagination. But, you know, what comes with it, that last name. So all eyes are on him, but I'm happy for him. I really am.
You know what, Skip Key, this is, the more and more I think about this is the most fascinating thing that we see in sports, a father-son combination. You know why? Because I've been around a long time. Y'all been around a long time. You've seen a lot of fathers watch their sons in the NBA, but also played in the NBA. You've seen, we're in an era to where more and more of that's happening. Of course, you got the Curry and his dad played and so on. You've seen brothers in the NBA. You got the Holiday family, the Lopez family.
Yeah.
You got so many brothers that have been in the NBA. Like, we've seen that to where it's normal now, where you got families that are just in the NBA, but to have, you got to understand the longevity of a basketball player. It's probably, out of all the sports, when you look at the top sports, football, baseball, and basketball, the longevity is just not there in basketball. I mean, I think you average about 3-4 years as a player. So to have a situation to where your son is playing with you in an NBA game, I get it in baseball when I saw it with the Griffey family, because in baseball, it's not a lot of wear and tear. You know, you can pretty much be a reliever, you hit, you stand around all day. It's not really a lot of the same wear and tear as it is in basketball and football. You know what I'm saying?
I understood.
And so to do it in basketball, which means you have to be there, you have to be not only good and great, but you have to be there a very long time. And to do it as LeBron James, because think about it, I sat there and was like, damn, you know, we ain't never seen, like, Jordan's son. Like, we talking about the greatest athletes. Their kids, they've had kids, because I do our research. Like, I wonder what Wilt's kids or where they at, or where's, you know, these guys with these amazing genes that are great athletes, that's kids have never gone on to make it to the NBA. So, like, this is definitely, I thought, like, damn, I can't wait for the documentary, but the more and more I thought about LeBron James' story, they're going to have to make this a 10, 20-part series. It's not going to be enough for just a documentary. Because this is going to go back to LeBron James in high school and how he rose with the expectations to all the way to different franchises winning, to all the way now your son is in the NBA, playing with you on the most storied franchise in NBA history. I mean, I don't know, the story, this might be the greatest story ever told.
I agree with that. There's been a lot of storybook story to LeBron's career, and this is going to be the most amazing chapter of all.
Yeah.
He's going to be 40 years old in year 22, playing with his son, who I believe will have some significant minutes with the Los Angeles Lakers next year. And the beauty of this story is, even though it may be a big circus next year, with J.J. Redick having never coached a single dribble in pro or college basketball, coaching the Lakers as a first-time head coach, with the media swirling around this, the international media for games 1, 2, and 3, this kid will handle it because this kid has been raised right. This kid has been raised to do this from day one. And I don't know him personally, but I have closely observed him from a distance. This kid is the highest quality. He's got high character. He's clearly got high basketball IQ. And he is not afraid of these moments because he's been in the harshest spotlight from day one. He literally got named LeBron James Jr. And in the eye of the storm next year, I'm here to say that I think Bronny James might be the most calm, cool, and collected of all next year as this swirls around. I think he might even be able to handle it better than his father will be able to handle playing alongside son, because this kid has shown me a rare sort of maturity at a young age and an ability to cope with the harshest spotlight. And again, his game, it's almost like he was born to play with his father, because his game, it just, you couldn't make it up better. You couldn't draw it up in the lab better to complement his father's game, because I do think eventually he will turn into a quality defender and three-point shooter. So if you've got 3 and D opposite LeBron, what more could you ask for? And clearly they know each other and each other's games. So I am so happy because we went back and forth about all the possibilities of the Celtics or the Suns or whoever might take